Christmas is just at the corner. We have 12 days. So see, I must start to count down. We have 12 days more, and I mean, this is the time we eat all the junk foods in the world. Yedi cakes, drinks, soda drinks, juice, and all of that. This morning, let's do healthy eating during this Christmas. My guest is Julius Sammah. He is the head of Nutrition My Health Corp Limited. Good morning to you, Julius.
Hello, good morning.
We get to meet again.
Yes, this time without the food visibly displayed.
And it's bad. I mean,
so I'm a tool for actually an increased appetite at your side, right? Anyway, yeah. So today we don't have the foods visible here, but then the education is as well equal to what we present each day. So
right.
if they listen, everything
what are your
fine.
plans for this Xmas? We
Okay.
have 12 days.
So Xmas is something we all look up to. Looking at the stress from the beginning of the year to the end of the year, you want to cool down. But then you should also know that at the end, you can also still, whatever you plan from January to December, if you don't take care of December, you can end up messing up everything that you did in the past year. So for me,
with regards to weight loss,
yes, right? with regards to everything, lifestyle-wise.
Ready? Is your pocket ready for Xmas?
For this one,
it's question for the gods.
Oh yeah, but then we manage. You know, even if you have a little, you can still get what to make. You know, the celebration is usually influenced by how much you have and then how much you can afford. But then if you have something small, you can still put up something and enjoy. There are people in the rural areas who enjoy Christmas than those in the city. So yeah, meanwhile, if you have your economic status very well stable, you can go to the fancy places, enjoy the fancy foods you want, but then you want to keep it healthy. But then for me, I'm going to keep it simple because 2023, it's something we are going to face again.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's talk about healthy eating in the first place.
Yeah.
Explain this to us. What is healthy eating?
Okay. Yeah, so in the beginning, I made mention that people see December or Christmas time as a time to really enjoy. So they end up going for anything that comes their way. They end up going for junk foods, going for things that are sweet and others. But then you should also know that even during Christmas, your health should be a concern. Now, when it comes to healthy eating, first of all, you want to look at the safety of the food. Right. Yes, of course, we are celebrating Christmas. Everybody is happy. Your neighbors are happy. You are meeting up with friends. You are going for programs. But then you want to look at the food safety part. Now, the food safety part being one, food preservation. You know, during Christmas, we have our parents, our sisters, our mothers prepare foods in actually bulk, in huge numbers. They prepare stew from 24th to 31st, fried meat and others, but then mostly the preservation becomes problem. And because they have a lot of meat, they know how to preserve them, how to preserve the foods. They end up poisoning the food or actually having problems with food poisoning. Right. Yeah, so for this Christmas, I want everybody to look up to food safety. Whatever you are going to eat, make sure it's safe. Because you can end up in the hospital and enjoy your Christmas in the hospital if you want it. Food poisoning? Yes, food poisoning can be a concern. And then, yes, looking up people usually coming out to eat from the public, to eat from places, the restaurants and others. Because of high patronage, they also want to get their foods cooked very fast. So you see them adding a lot of artificial spices to the food just to make it taste great. And also be in a hurry to cook. So let's say you go to a restaurant or an eatery whereby they have about 30 people waiting. If they don't take time, they'll end up rushing the food. Right. And then getting foods that are not well cooked for people to eat. And that's a food safety concern. So for this Christmas, as much as possible, you can prepare something at home and step out with your family.
Right. Julius, a lot of grocery shopping is going to happen.
Yes.
With regards to buying all this canned fish and all of that. Yeah. Sardine, tuna, baked beans, salad creams, and all of that. What should we look out for when buying these things?
Yes, so for the canned foods, first of all, you want to look up for expiry dates.
Right.
Which is part of the food safety concern. So you want to look at for your expiry dates. Usually Africans don't pay attention to expiry. You go buy, give the money, instead of even checking to see if the food is within date, you just pick it out and you go. But this Christmas, you want to look at expiry date because people might take stocks from January and then in December, they want to clear it before next year. So they will end up just selling anything they have. So expiry date should be one concern. Then also, you want to look at the ingredients of whatever you are buying. If you are a diabetic, you are hypertensive, or you have any chronic condition, whereby, or even allergies, whereby you need to take some ingredients out, but because of Christmas, you want to go with everything. You want to actually read the food label and know that, oh, this is made. Yes, we don't usually do it, but for this Christmas, you want to do it. Yeah, so that you can take allergies out of your eating patterns. Then also, you talked of canned foods. Yes, so as much as possible, you want to go with more of the fresh ones and then limit the intake of the canned ones. Yes, so that actually, like this is a celebration, so you want to eat more fresh. Now, talk of groceries, vegetables, the cabbage, the lettuce, and cucumber, and others from the market. You want to wash them well. So people, because they are in a hurry, like I said.
What's the right process to wash these vegetables?
Okay. So after getting them from the market, first of all, you want to get them from a very good source. Sometimes you go to the market and you see them spread scattered on the floor. You know, people moving around with their slippers and everything. And then you can see it's a concern.
Then you come back home, you wash with just water?
Just water. Some people, even because they don't want to, or they want to be economical, they only take the first peels off.
I see.
You see, especially when it comes to cabbage. They only want to take the first leaves off and then manage, even if there are some insect bites, they want to just tear some parts and then try to be economical. But at the end of the day, they end up taking the bacteria, the dust, even some end up getting cholera or getting infected with other food poisons, which people might transfer through their food or even by malhandling the food. So first of all, you want to wash it thoroughly.
With water?
Yeah, with water. Some people even go to the extent of using salt water. Yes, because some bacteria find it difficult to thrive in salty environments. Yes, but as much as you are using the salt water, if you have to cook it, you have to also cook it within a very good heating temperature so that you can kill some of the bacteria. So washing it thoroughly is the best. And then you can even wash it, and if your personal hygiene, you the one cooking, you didn't keep your nails well, you didn't wash your hand during the preparation method, use bowls that are not clean, you can end up adding bacteria to the food even during the cooking process. Yeah, so that's the food concern.
Bacteria is different.
So I said you have to cook within some temperature.
So
okay.
Na heat ne kana doesn't mean that the bacteria is not going to be there.
Okay. So we are now going to go into more of a little bit of science. Okay.
Just a little bit.
Yes. So some bacteria thrive even in very heated temperature.
I see.
Yeah. Some of them have shells that actually protect them when the heat is there. So it's good you avoid them before they even get. And some bacteria also will lay low, then thrive well in the walls of the intestine. So whilst you are taking them through your mouth and others, they are not active. When it gets to the walls, of the intestine, then now they have place to function well. Okay. So that's how come you realize people treat diarrhea or treat some stomach conditions for more than 3 days. Because the medication you are going to take have to actually work against these things for quite a long time before you can get this bacteria rid of your stomach walls or your intestinal walls. So yes, their temperature can kill some of them, but then some can still thrive. So as much as possible, you want to try and stay away from them. Like prevention is better than
cure.
Yeah, so you
Right.
want to keep them clean.
Julius, how can one eat healthy this Xmas without having to break bank accounts?
Okay, so we have a lot of local meals. So this Christmas, you don't have to go for all the fancy meals. You don't have to go for
local meals like
okay,
the
so
apim and kontomire.
Good. So ampesi with kontomire with a touch of salmon, grilled salmon or fresh salmon. Add your egg. Limit the oil a little. Don't actually paint the whole soup with oil. Just a little oil, and then enjoy with your family. You can go with the fufu. Get more of the garden eggs in there, get more of the okras in there, and then enjoy with your meats or your fish. You don't always have to go for the fries, which is people go for fried rice with fried meats, with fried sausage. So everything you end up eating is
But
fried.
It's Christmas. You better try, like, that's the deal. I will say you try, you know.
Yes, but then you still have life after Christmas. That's what people
So
forget.
we have to do a lot of vegetables.
A lot of vegetables,
fruits.
a lot of fruits, a lot of fiber. You want to get fiber in your meal. And this fiber, you can get them from your brown rice, your leafy vegetables, even some of the vegetables like garden egg, okra, have your fiber in them. And then just try to change something a little in your meal.
Right. Let's look at portion control.
Good.
What do I have to add and then subtract?
Okay. So yes, it's Christmas. Usually people...
So, for example,
Yeah.
I'm eating jollof rice. What do I have to add in there? What do I have to take out?
Okay, so let's say jollof rice. For a typical adult like you and I, at least 3 to 4 stewing ladles of the jollof rice itself. That's fine. Then you have to get your salad in there. Yes, as much as possible, reduce the mayonnaise and then the added ingredient to it. But then we want to stick to healthy plates. The last time I came, I spoke about healthy plates. So what a healthy plate means is 50% of your plates, as in the round plate, 50% should come from fruits and vegetables. That means during Christmas, you should actually eat fruits as part of your meal. Don't finish the food before you go around looking for the orange salad,
Sweet
the banana.
after meals.
I don't know who brought that up.
It has to come first.
What is sweet after meals? The
Hey.
food is sweet, so sweet during meals should be the thing.
Oh.
Yes, so I think it's something that people just bring up to actually polish their eating habits. So yes, so it's not.
So it has to go together with the food.
Yes, so fruit should be seen as part of the 100% meal. If that comes in place, that means you don't have to eat a lot during the main dish. Okay, so if 50% is coming from fruits and vegetables, 25% can come from the carbohydrate, and then 25% from fish. That way, you don't have to go and buy wachi 10 cedis and buy salad 1 cedi and shit off free. Okay.
Right. Julius, give us some healthy tips we have to follow this Xmas.
Okay, so for this Xmas, when hanging out with friends, one, look forward to food safety. You want to eat very safe food. 2, you also want to avoid intake of alcohol. That's what people do a lot. They engage with friends and they just want to take anything at all, but you want to stay away from intake of alcohol. Eat more of vegetables and fruits, and then also fiber. Stay hydrated. There are a lot of local beverages that are there. Sobolo, Asana.
Pito.
Yes, they are there. They are
Palm wine.
The palm wine, if it comes fresh, you want to reduce the quantity, but then it's also fine for you. So go with the local beverage. Don't always go with sugary drinks. No, usually people give sugary drinks to kids during Christmas, so no, it's very bad for them. This time, change it. Give them some fruit juice. Give them smoothies. You can even give them fruits actually during this Christmas. And then you want to stay safe. And then after Christmas, you have your health to attend to.
All right. Thank you so much for passing through, Julius. We'll
Thank you.
continue this conversation next week. Perhaps,
Okay.
right. So up next.